Have you ever sat down to study, opened your book, and felt absolutely nothing? No energy, no focus, just that little voice in your head saying, "Not today. I'm too tired. I'll start tomorrow," but tomorrow turns into next week. And suddenly you realize it's not laziness. You've just lost your motivation. Here's the truth that no one tells you. Motivation is unreliable. It's a spark, not a system. And if you depend on motivation, you'll fail every time. But discipline, that's what separates the average from the unstoppable. Today, I'm going to show you how to maintain the discipline to study even when you don't feel like it. Because if you master that, you'll never need motivation again. We live in a generation addicted to motivation. You scroll through your feed looking for short videos, trying to rediscover that spark. You watch the success of others, hoping for something to happen. But here's the painful truth. Motivation doesn't create progress. Progress creates motivation. When you only study on days when you're motivated, you're creating a habit of giving up on yourself. True discipline begins when the enthusiasm ends. Because when you overcome resistance, that's when your identity changes. Let's break this down scientifically. Your brain is wired for comfort. Whenever you resist studying, it's not because you're lazy. It's because your brain is trying to conserve energy. Motivation depends on dopamine spikes. It's a short-term reward system. But discipline works differently. It creates neural consistency, a cycle of habits that tells your brain, this is what we do no matter how we feel. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't wake up excited to do it. You just do it. That's the level you need to reach with your studies. Here's a simple system I use, and anyone can copy. Step 1. Lower the barrier to entry. Stop telling yourself you need to study for hours. Start with 5 minutes. The hardest part isn't studying, it's getting started. Once you start, dopamine kicks in, focus emerges, and energy naturally increases. This is called behavioral activation. Action first, motivation later. Step 2. Set your study time. Choose a time every day, the same time, the same place. Your brain loves routine. Soon it will start to look forward to study time, and discipline will become automatic. Step 3. Reward the identity, not the result. After each study session, don't just celebrate finishing a chapter. Tell yourself, I am the kind of person who shows up even when it's hard. That phrase redefines your identity, and identity sustains discipline. When motivation dies, your mind starts to negotiate. Just 10 more minutes on the phone. I'll do double tomorrow. Stop that internal debate immediately, because every time you argue with your excuses, they win. So instead of overthinking, create a non-negotiable rule. For example, I don't skip study sessions. I can shorten them, but I don't skip them. That's how champions think. There are no perfect days, just days without zeros. Discipline thrives in an environment designed for focus. So before you study, remove distractions, put your phone out of reach, prepare your workspace the night before, use the same scent, playlist, or lighting every time. This is called contextual conditioning. It signals to your brain, it's time to study. You're no longer relying on feelings, you're triggering a system. The goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. Stop comparing yourself to that perfect student online. You're not competing with them. You're building your own version of discipline. Every small victory counts. Every day you arrive tired, unfocused, but you study anyway. You're strengthening your mental muscle. One day people will look at your results and call you disciplined. But you'll know it wasn't motivation that got you there. It was the thousands of invisible moments when you didn't give up. So the next time you don't feel motivated, remember this. You don't have to feel ready. You just have to start. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't want to, because motivation fades, but discipline builds empires. If this video helped you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share this video with someone who is struggling to stay consistent, because discipline is contagious, and together we can build unstoppable focus.